right, here we go. Lord Jamar, welcome back.
Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. All right, yo, check it. I'm about to do this interview. I'm going to hit you back. All right, love you too. Peace.
My bad, man. I didn't know you were on the book phone.
Vlad.
I didn't
Come
know.
on, man.
I didn't know.
I wouldn't interrupt you if you was on your phone, man. Goodness gracious. What's good?
Well, shit, the book phone challenge is what's good. Man, as soon as I saw that, I said, brilliant. Brilliant. We posted up right away, and then you kind of just saw a bunch of people start to do it.
Yo, I mean, that was a real humbling experience because in no shape, form, or fashion did I formulate in my mind to start any kind of challenge out here. A book phone challenge. Like, that wasn't my intention. It actually started out of being annoyed.
What do
You know what I mean? Like, okay, because yeah, I've been said the shit about the book phone is stupid, right? Then
No, wait. You said that the money phone was
sorry,
stupid.
that the money phone is stupid.
Right.
Jay-Z comes and gives us this climate where he gives us the beautiful line of y'all on the gram with money to your ears, a disconnect. We don't call that money over here. So you had a bunch of money phone enthusiasts who started coming out the woodwork to try to blatantly go against what Jay-Z just had said about the money phone.
Right.
You know? And I know people like this. Like, if you tell certain people, y'all don't eat swine, you know, they'll be like, oh, well, I eat it. You know, I love me some bacon. You know, matter of fact, I'm gonna order me some shit right now. You see, it's almost like just being ignorant for ignorance sake. Like, you know what I mean? Like, somebody's kind of showed you why you shouldn't eat pork or why the money phone might be stupid. But fuck that, I'm doing it anyway. You know? And that kind of attitude just pisses me off a little bit, right? So whatever. But I'm seeing people do it, whatever. So just one day, I'm going through my timeline and I see a rapper that, you know, I like this rapper kind of. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if I want to say his name, but I like him. Put it that way. But I'm going to tell you what the caption is maybe, and then you do your due diligence, and then maybe you'll figure it out. How about that? Somebody was on their money phone talking about, thinking about going to the strip club tonight. I don't know. You know, and it would look like a little mountain of ones, you know? And I know what this is all about. You know what I mean? This is all about, from what Jay-Z said, because it's not even that. They might have heard me say it, but Jay-Z is at such a next level of celebrity that when he says something, oh, now you really fucking hear it. So I'm like, yo, they trying to just blatantly go against my man Jay. I'm like, they don't understand how stupid this shit looks. I said, I should do some stupid shit right back. I should hold a fucking stack of books to my fucking ear and take a picture with that. You know what I mean? That was my attitude when I did it. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Going through I'm gonna get some good books too. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get books that I feel people might should know about. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get conscious books and shit. They're not just any books now. It was scientifically chosen. You know what I mean? The books I chose. And I said, I'm gonna fucking take a picture with these kind of books. And if motherfuckers tell me that I look stupid, well, what the fuck do you think you look like with that money phone shit to your ear? This is my thought process. Nothing about no challenge or nothing like that, right? So boom, I do this shit. All of a sudden, motherfuckers, I see this shit on my timeline just mad fast. People's reposting this shit and commenting on it. Like, yo, that's dope. Da 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 da. All of a sudden, in one of the comments, somebody was like, you should make this a challenge. You know what I mean? So the people, see, I'm for the people, and the people, they're the ones that really created this. because they told me to make it a challenge. So I said, oh, y'all want to make a challenge? I said, okay. So now that's when I made a video. I made a video and I said, yeah, I'm gonna act just like they act like they talking on the fucking money phone. I'm gonna act like I'm talking on the motherfucking book phone. And my connection is crystal clear. You know what I mean? So, and then I did that, and then I put up the thing, because like I said, the people gave me the idea. So I said, y'all want to make this a challenge? Then let's do it. And then I put hashtag book phone challenge. I knew it had to be named something. So I was like, what is this? That's a money phone? Well, this is my book phone. Just that simple. Posted the video, motherfucking shit spread like wildfire. People's like, yo, now this is some shit I could get with. This is the most positive thing on the internet. I'm like, wow, like, okay. And then I'm seeing, okay, wait a minute. People's posting now their books. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, I kind of gave you a reading list in a way, but now you're giving reading lists back. I don't necessarily have all the books in this guy's picture. So now what are we doing? We're saying fuck you to the money phone, and we're providing each other with knowledge, with seeds of knowledge. See, the money phone only benefits the person holding it. It only benefits them.
Yeah.
And maybe the person that, you know, the stripper that might receive the pieces of the money phone by the end of the night.
Right.
They're the only ones benefiting from a money phone. But a book phone, not only do I feel pride as the person holding it, being able to display my books and show you the type of shit I'm into, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be about content. You could be about money shit, you got your money books. You about science, you got your science books. You about horticulture, I don't know what the fuck you into. Hold your fucking books up and be proud of them motherfuckers, okay? And that you read them. Hold books up that you read too, okay? But not only do I feel pride in that, but I'm providing a service to others by saying, here's a reading list for you. You can get something out of this by looking at the book phone, whereas I get nothing out of looking at the money phone, except maybe, you know, jealousy, envy, and hate, depending on my nature and my mind frame.
Who are some of the celebrities, the bigger figures on Instagram that did the phone book challenge?
Well, C to God did it. He actually did it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tyrese reposted it. Dr. Boyce Watkins did it.
Hello? Wait, I wanted to do, I heard they had this thing called the book phone challenge, and I really wanted to do it. Yeah, I didn't bring all my books, but I got my Claude Anderson books. I travel with them everywhere I go. Yeah, right. I know. Black Men on Fire. We taking over, for real. Seriously. We doing book phone challenges because the nigga mindset is doing that money phone challenge. But we don't do nigga mindsets up in this motherfucker. We are kings. We taking over. Yes, that's absolutely correct. Yeah, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I kind of started losing track.
I think I saw ASAP 12y.
Oh, really? Dope. Now, so now I'm seeing all these people doing it. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I'm like flabbergasted by this shit. But then my man, I'm sitting in the crib and I'm with Aaron Cooks. He shows me his phone. He goes like this. He shows me his phone, and it was the picture of the little girl with the book phone. That's my word. When I said that shit brought tears to my eyes, like it almost is making me a little verklempt right now. Like, I was like, wait a minute. We got the little babies doing it now? I was like, wow. I was like, and that was the first of many babies that ended up doing it. And every child that I see, you know, first of all, anybody that does it, it's like, wow. But when I start seeing the babies doing it, I'm like, this is fucking crazy. I was like, I don't even know what to say about this shit. And that shit really had me on some emotional shit. Like for real, for real.
Yeah, man. Like Shaka Senghor, the New York Times bestselling author who we interviewed, he did the book phone challenge.
Right. On a lot of challenges, people don't attach the person who started the shit to it. Like who started the ice bucket challenge? I don't fucking know.
No idea.
I don't know who started half of these challenges. Like people were calling it the Lord Jamar book phone challenge. Like that was the unofficial name of it. And everybody was tagging me in the shit, like, and it was crazy. But then you had some people, oh, I did this 3 months ago. Check my timeline. Like, okay, maybe you did, but I didn't see the motherfucker. So great minds think alike, then that's how you should feel. Because, you know, it's all about degrees and levels. Let's just say you did do it. It didn't resonate with the people, or not enough people saw it, and you didn't have a big enough celebrity for it to spread. The same way I was a victim of, I've been talked about the money phone. That was 2014. I could have got out here when Jay-Z put his album out. Oh, wait a minute. I was the first one that said that, Jay-Z. I mean, but and made a big deal about it.
A couple other media outlets actually did say that, though. A couple other media outlets took that Vlad TV interview that we did, and then there's like, oh, you know, I wonder if Jay-Z's watched this before.
And and of course you do. But what I'm saying is, I didn't make a big deal about it, and I ain't give a fuck. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like, oh, Jay-Z stole my idea. Like, please, I'm happy that whoever's saying it. Like, if you started the book phone and it didn't rock, and now I did it and it rocked, shouldn't you just be happy that the book phone is now rocking? Does it really matter who fucking started it? You know what I mean? So I'm saying, even if I didn't get the credit, I'd be happy that something like that just proliferated, and I can secretly in my mind be like, I did that. You know what I mean? But the fact that people are giving me the credit for it, it's like, that's gravy on the mashed potatoes.
Yeah, man, because it's like, there's been a few books that have changed my life, like 48 Laws of Power, The Snowball by Warren Buffett. Those are books that I found myself pivoting because of.
And when you made that pivot and you saw how it transformed you, part of you wants to share that with others and say, you know what? This did something for me. Mm-hmm. You should check this out.
Yeah, and I've done that. And the book phone challenge is a visual way of doing that.
Right. And it's a way that I can do it without giving you my fucking books, because anybody that's a real book person knows about lending their books out, and a motherfucker don't get that motherfucking shit back. Like, you got to make a library card for a motherfucker or something, you know what I mean, to get your goddamn books back. Oh, another point I wanted to say, how the book phone outweighs the money phone. I want to, well, not even just in physical weight, right? But how many of these motherfuckers that's holding up a money phone today, right, will be able to hold up that same phone in 20 years? You know how long I've had some of my books? You see what I'm saying? Years. Generational wealth of books. You see what I'm saying? Hand them down. How long is that money gonna last for half of these motherfuckers? Half of their money phones go that night.
The whole money phone.
The whole money phone goes that night. And yeah, you might get you another money phone, but how many of y'all motherfuckers is really gonna be balling out like you balling today, 20 years from now?
Yeah.
But I bet you most of these motherfuckers 20 years from now will still have their book phones and then some.
Absolutely, man. I love it. You know, and we jumped on to support it right away.
And like thank you for that.
As soon as I saw that, you know, not only did we post it on Instagram on the site, but then all of my friends who have bigger Instagram accounts, I sent them a link to it. So like for example, Dion Cole, he reposted it right away.
Oh, Dion Cole,
right.
Thank you. He's another one that I forgot, celebrity. Not that it's about celebrities doing it, but it's helpful.
It's about the following, is what I'm saying. Someone who's got, whatever,
absolutely,
200,
because their following helps make it even bigger.
Exactly.
And then, it got so big so fast that You know, the white people had to come in and appropriate it and come in with their own fucking book phone challenge to where, you know, one of the books was Trump. I was like, oh, you just trying to kill my challenge, ain't you? You trying to kill it. They say once the white people get it, you know it's over. But hang on, it's not necessarily over. It just still spread. See, there's unspoken laws in the black community that a lot of times white people just don't get unless you roll with black people like that. Like, I'm sure you understood part of this was holding up conscious books. Mm-hmm. Like, it wasn't just necessarily about books, because there's books on Satanism, there's books on all kind of bullshit out there. Like, it's the certain kind of books I wanted held up. And black people immediately got it. Their message to the black man, they automatically saw that it wasn't just, and I didn't have to verbally say what the rules are. You understand? There's unspoken rules sometimes. But that doesn't always translate from culture to culture. So in another culture, all they saw was books. They didn't really understand, which is good. Reading is great. Reading is fundamental. We need it. And if you know, I'd rather you read anything. I'd rather you read a pamphlet before, you know, just whatever, not reading.
Well, when you look up right now, and this was, you know, it was a couple of weeks after the Book Phone Challenge started, there's still over 10,000 posts about the Book Phone Challenge.
I get tagged in it at least every day, at least.
In fact, someone even made an Instagram account called Book Phone Challenge with a picture of you.
Wow.
With a couple posts.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
I love it.
I love it too, man. It's like, because the internet, man, it's always so much negative shit that you see. Like, you know what I mean? It's always some shit that, you know, especially with black people, you see a lot of shit that makes you feel like, please, don't let this be a black person. Oh, it was a black. Oh, man. You know? Or just some gross shit, or just some dumb shit, or just, and for people to take pride in something positive, man, and to help spark that off, gravy on mashed potatoes.
Well, did you see the video of that white kid with the Confederate tattoo get, like, prank kidnapped?
No.
Hey, bro, what's up, bro? You took the money? Hey. Yeah. You took the money, bro. That's him, bro. No. Yeah, put him in the car. Put him in the car. Yeah, put him in the fucking car. Put him in the fucking car. Get in the fucking car. Come on, get in the car. Get your fucking ass in the car. Get in the car. Get in. Get in. Talking about dude, what?
What you got? How much money you got on you? I don't got anything.
How much you got?
Why you ain't got no fucking money?
You stole our fucking shit.
You stole my shit.
That's the fuck you did.
No, I didn't.
What? Who did it?
I don't know.
Why
the fuck you? I'm not.
Why
the fuck you shaking? I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Why the fuck you shaking? Get the fuck out.
Hold on, wait. Why the fuck you got a Confederate flag?
Because it's family history.
So you don't like black people?
No, I don't have a problem with black people.
You don't like black people?
You don't like black people?
I don't have a problem
I'll break
with
your
them.
fucking arm.
Yeah, this ain't the one.
I'll break your... This ain't him?
Let him out. Get the fuck out. Hurry up. Hurry up. Get the fuck out. Run. That's it. That's it. That's it. Hey.
So what was that I just watched?
Well,
because I don't know what to think about that yet.
The guy who, because we posted
You're
it
saying
up.
It's not real.
Okay, well, we posted it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, people started making their reaction, started to get a lot of views. And the guy who did it, his name is Pompano Randy.
That's the white boy.
No, that's the black dude.
Okay.
One of the black dudes. I don't know which one. He's like, hey, this is my video, tag me in it. So I said, okay. So I tagged him in it. And then when I looked on his page, he posted this picture up of him and his man with the white kid wearing their T-shirt, which is, I guess, their company, which is Ain't Nobody Safe. And it says, when visited my boy today, had to let him know it was just a prank, and he laughs and told me, dude, you had me scared as shit.
Because that nigga really looks scared. That's why I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, so, all right, so it's a prank.
It's a prank that the white kid didn't know was
Wasn't
a prank.
in on.
Wasn't in on. Because that looked like real terror.
Yes, because I've seen that type of fear in a white boy's eyes before, many times. And that was real. But here's the thing. Tattoo was real.
Yep.
So this black guy has a white homeboy who has a Confederate tattoo.
No, they're not homeboys.
He didn't know the kid at all.
That looked like a stranger. See, he called him my boy afterwards. Like, I think they found out who he was. And then...
Oh. I mean, son, I don't know. See, if I would have did that prank and I would have came across that, I might have fucked his ass up a little bit for real in the prank. That would have been part of the prank too. Maybe smacked his ass around a little bit. Yeah? Treat him like a little beating bag and then send him on his way? I'm just saying. I thought the white boy was in on it. I was gonna say, first of all, he's a great fucking actor. Okay, that motherfucker needs an Academy Award because I seen the true fear in his eyes. Like he was scared shitless. Then I thought you trying to say that they boys. So I'm like, why is these black dudes even cool with this white boy who's running around with a Confederate tattoo?
Well, I think it was important for them to post that picture up so they wouldn't get arrested for kidnapping. Because, right. and I, honestly,
I would have did that after I smacked them around a little bit. We just playing with you.
Yeah, I don't think you would
punch him in his chest a little bit. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't have put out that video then.
Huh?
That would have been a personal video then. I don't think you would have put that out.
Well, no, I'm saying we don't have to destroy him. I'm saying slap him up a little bit. We don't have to make him bleed or nothing. We're not going to leave no marks on him. We just slap him around, punch him in his chest. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll be honest. When I first saw this video, I said, these guys going to jail. That's what I thought. I'm like, these guys are going to go to jail. That white kid going to go to the police. And then,
it's going to be Uncle Jasper.
It's going to be, it's going to go viral. People are going to say, oh, that's so-and-so who lives up the street from me. Yeah, I know who that is. Let me DM this kid real quick and give him the address and everything else like that. That's going to go to the police. These two kids, these two black kids are going to get arrested for kidnapping. And it's going to be, on the news how a prank, turns into 10 years in prison. Like, that's kind of the same shit OJ's, went to jail for. Kind of. Yeah. I bet you that scene in that hotel room was kind of like that.
Well.
With a gun involved.
Yeah. That motherfucker went so willingly, though. He went so easily. It's like, get in the car. And he just kind of... Yo, that's crazy.
They're like he didn't have a gun on him because clearly they're in the South.
Yeah.
Because clearly if there was ever a time to use a gun, it would have been that moment right then and there.
Yeah.
I really could have been.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of that one. I'm just thinking, I'm glad I wasn't there. So I'm like, what the fuck is that on his arm? I would at least verbally terrorize them a little more then. What you mean family history? You know what I mean? Like I would at least verbally gangsterized his ass. You dig what I'm saying? Made him fucking explain himself where he couldn't explain it, have him fucking stuttering and all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? Just put my intimidation game down on him. If I'm not going to touch him. But I don't know if I would, they let him go too easy after seeing that is what I'm saying.
I mean, he got a tattoo. He got a tattoo. That wasn't just a shirt.
That's what I'm telling you. Family, get the fuck out of here, B. Like, don't talk to me about that bullshit, Southern pride and all this. Like, that's some racist shit. Like,
but there's still cities in the South that still fly that flag. I mean, I think Atlanta took it down,
black people have to live there. Imagine there were cities that still waved the Nazi flag. What would be the outrage? What would be the outrage? Oh, well, it's just German pride.
Yeah.
Come on, B.
Yeah, y'all lost the war just like the South. Take that fucking flag down.
Take that fucking flag down. But not only, if that flag was to fly anywhere in any official city, every fucking Jewish person, every Jewish organization, the JDL, all these motherfuckers would be up in arms and acting like this is the most hurtful shit ever in existence. Yes, does the Nazi flag fly anywhere in any state run anywhere in the world. No. It flies in, white supremacist homes and compounds and things like that. Right side by side with the Confederate flag. Those flags are almost synonymous with each other. Yet, we still have to suffer the indignity of having to see this flag in official government buildings. Crazy. But we complaining. We the ones that need to forget. Let it go.
Well, just the other day, I was at an event and I saw someone wearing the Kanye tour T-shirt, which had the Confederate flag and said, "I ain't going down."
Right.
Remember Kanye was playing around with
and
that
I
whole
put
thing.
a kibosh on that shit too. We didn't see no more of that.
So, places where the flag is still flown. Let's see. Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Tennessee.
6.
In fact, in Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee, vehicle owners can request a state-issued license plate
With the flag
featuring the Confederate flag. That's like a little check mark you can make on your
Now, where does
the
the
DMV.
where does the Nazi flag fly? Just Google it.
It's displayed at the South Carolina State Capitol.
The Nazi flag.
Yeah, nowhere.
You Googled it.
No, I mean, I've talked to people from Germany, and they said, like...
No way, no how.
Yeah.
We're trying to, we have an image thing we're trying to repair.
Yeah, like
and nowhere, because I've been over there, yes, and...
You don't see it nowhere.
They wiped the whole shit. They don't even want to talk about it. Seriously, they don't want to talk about it. It was funny because Sadat, this motherfucker be like, not for nothing, his grandfather could have been a Nazi. Like, and he say it right to a motherfucker like that. This nigga is hilarious. He be like, they don't like to talk about this shit, and they don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But these motherfuckers take pride in it.
Southern pride.
It's just Southern pride. They're about to nut when they talk about it. Shit crazy.
Yeah, man. So, OJ's getting out. October, I think. Yeah, that's right around the corner. That's like 2 months from now.
Good for him.
OJ Simpson didn't get his 35 years.
Good.
He got down to what, 9? Something like that?
Which is crazy for taking your own shit back, but okay.
A little on the high side.
Yeah.
But it's not 35. He didn't get his full 35, which I was thinking they were going to do to him. So OJ's coming out in the age of social media.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if OJ just says, okay, I need to get my money up.
He can do whatever he wants. OJ can have a YouTube channel and make bank.
Everyone would watch it.
Hell yeah.
Imagine OJ.
You don't even have to do nothing. Just put a camera on OJ, and that's the channel. Let's just see what OJ does today. OJ eats cereal. OJ looks through the computer for some white bitches. OJ tries on gloves just to fuck with y'all. OJ buys Bruno Magli's and all kind of shit, you know?
Well, shit, I remember right when OJ got locked up, they had released this like show he was working on called You Got Juiced. Do you remember that?
I think I've
And it was like he
heard of
tries to
something
like sell the Bronco to people and like, oh, it's got a couple bullet holes, but hey, it still runs
Still
good.
runs great.
You got juiced. It was kind of sad and pathetic, but this was before Instagram and everything. I mean,
Right.
now it's
now
it would go viral. Yeah, man, OJ's coming out. There's talks of him working with Kris Kardashian or Kris Jenner, I guess, and possibly getting his own reality show.
Why not?
Let me ask you a question. Do black people still love OJ?
Well, first of all, I don't think we loved OJ. We loved the symbolism of a black person finally beating the system. That's what we loved about that. We knew OJ was a sellout ass motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, he left his black wife and start fucking with strictly white women. We wasn't feeling that. You know what I mean? Like, OJ was one of those black people that, just like Jay-Z said, oh no, I'm not black, I'm OJ. Mm-hmm. And we weren't loving him for that. We loved number 32 on the Buffalo Bills when he was fucking, running for all them touchdowns and all them yards and shit.
Right. And he got the Heisman also.
That's the OJ we loved as black people. But once he came, even then, see, I was too young to understand, but if you were old enough, you knew that OJ, even when he was in college, was a sellout type of nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just by the way he spoke and all of that, and just the way he was moving. Like, he was just a different kind of, he was no Jim Brown, put it that way. You know what I mean? So, I don't think black people had such a love for him, but what we did love about that case was that finally a system that shitted on us, for 400 years, finally kind of backfired on itself and allowed one of us to get off simply because he had money. Because y'all didn't expect us probably to ever have that much money to be in those positions. And now here's a black man who got to that level where he had enough bread to play your game, to play the money game, whether he was guilty or not. How many guilty white people have paid to get out of some shit? And OJ did the same fucking thing. And now you're mad because he fucking did what y'all been doing this whole time. And that's what we loved about it. That's what we applauded. That's what we fucking was cheering for. For all the fucking black women that's been raped and murdered by white men and maybe never fucking convicted or any fucking thing like that. And hey, I'm sorry, I don't want nobody to die, but this was a blonde hair white woman and she just totally represented white people for us. You know what I mean? It was like a white person just got killed by a black person. He got off. And he got off with it. It's happened multiple times to black people, men, women, children. And we knew that it would fuck with white people. The fact that she was blonde and pretty and you know what I mean? And tall and because that's their epitome of purity. And the best woman you can have is the silhouette of Nicole Brown Simpson. And OJ killed it like it was nothing.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Well, I mean, actually,
according to a civil court, he did.
Yeah.
But allegedly.
Right.
He did that. In their minds, he did it. Okay? In a lot of people's minds, he did it.
Do you think that any black people feel that he didn't do it and he was completely framed by Mark Furman the whole time?
I don't know about that.
Because we've all established that Furman is a racist, a dirty cop.
Right.
We got that. But does anyone any black person that will sit there in 2017 and say,
probably not.
He definitely didn't do it. He had nothing to do with it.
I don't know anybody
and he
like
was
that.
framed.
I don't know anybody like that.
I don't know anyone who just says he didn't do it.
But, again, the system backfired on itself. How? Because y'all framed so many motherfuckers before this that the fact that you didn't do it this time, okay, maybe you didn't do it this time, but it's all about reasonable doubt. The fact that y'all have done it so many times in the past raises the question, did you do it this time?
Well, and I think you bring up a good point of he had the money to buy the best legal aid that anyone could buy. I don't think there was really anyone in the country that could have assembled a better team than the Dream Team. Because you watch
that was black anyway. Maybe.
Well, I think
Oprah could have did it. But
that's what I'm saying. He got the best. They would get a comparable team. They might not get a superior team, but it's like he went and got the best professors, the best experts. Because all that whole team went on to do big things.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
They all went on. Like, matter of fact, the guy, the DNA guy, was the one who started the.
Gary Schechter, the Innocence Project.
The Innocence Project, and he went and got tons of people off with DNA evidence.
Yep. And that was great.
He's a superstar. He's like the savior to like literally hundreds of people. They'd still be in prison right now during this conversation if it wasn't for this guy. So he had, that's what I'm saying. That's when you can tell you have great people. They go on to continue to do great things. That's what I'm saying. That whole team. Shapiro is still helping out Rob Kardashian.
Johnny Cochran was the man.
Johnny Cochran was the man. Yeah, he was helping Tupac get out of all his shit.
Quick sidebar, Johnny Cochran produced, he was like a financier in this independent movie that I did once.
Oh, really?
Called Morning Breath. Yeah. My man Mums from Oz. I'm on the set and all of a sudden I look out the window. I'm like, is that Johnny Cochran? This motherfucker had a sweatsuit on and all. Like, you know, I never seen him without a regular suit on. Yeah, he was, you know, he was a cool motherfucker.
Let me tell you, I used to stay at a friend's house in Inglewood, California. There was a Johnny Cochran Middle School right around the corner from where I used to stay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got schools named after him.
Wow.
That's how big of a figure he was. Yeah, and OJ used a lot of his money. I mean, basically had a blank check for him.
Right.
And I don't know if you saw the documentary, but what he would do was he would spend his entire days, you know, between trials, signing autographs on footballs.
Right, yeah, to pay.
Like deflated footballs. So they would stack up like these huge stacks of like deflated footballs, you know, sheets. And he would just sit there and just sign them all day long.
Fill them up later, and yep.
Boom, make like $50,000 a day.
That's dope.
Boom.
Why not?
Because he knew this was the one chance he had to not get life in you know, life in prison. So he basically paid them whatever they needed to pay, and he used the money to beat that trial.
So now he's gonna come home and sign knife handles and shit, fucking knife blades and shit. To my.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be the OJ show when he gets out, unless he just lays very low,
which he's probably not gonna do. OJ likes to do shit. He likes to go to the golf course. He likes to fuck with white broads. Like, he's not gonna stop just because he's 70-something. Viagra exists. Like, he's gonna be fucking.
Oh, he gonna be fucking.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be a lot of girls that's wanting to give him the pussy.
And that's what's so crazy. Like, blonde hair, blue-eyed girls that's gonna want to give OJ some pussy. Because they feel like, hey,
man, let me tell you something.
I could get something out of it, even if it's just fame.
Let me tell you something. I know a girl, she was at a party with Magic Johnson, and she said girls was trying to give him the pussy.
Listen, I've heard about that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, if you give Magic Johnson the pussy, you might as well give OJ the pussy too. Clearly. Why not? Clearly,
your chances of survival are about to say.
This is horrible. We're burning in hell for this. We really are. This is like the worst shit we've ever said.
Well, I don't believe in hell, so you're on your own.
Oh, man.
Hell is right here on this fucking earth.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. OJ, it's about to be lit with OJ, man. If OJ plays his cards right.
Enjoy yourself, homie.
You know what I mean? He did his time. He did his 9 years.
Enjoy yourself.
Trying to rob his own shit back.
Try to live the rest of your years out. You know?
Man. Don't surround yourself with idiots like you did last time.
Because there's gonna be the day, because it all comes from all of us. Death is assured to us all.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be that day, and it's not gonna be more than 20 years, maybe, that today O.J. Simpson has died. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're probably gonna see the reaction that we had when he got off might be the reaction of certain white people. Yes! Finally! This motherfucker dead! They're gonna be happy. Watch. There's gonna be OJ death parties. Watch. It's coming.
Usher. So at one point, there was a story that came out which people are questioning whether it's true or not. So allegedly he paid off some woman like $1.1 million because she claimed that he gave her herpes. And then after that, 3 more people came forward.
Right. 2 women and a man.
2 women and a man.
Now I seen BBW. I ain't see.
Right. Well, because the other 2, the other woman and the other man, are anonymous. They're not putting their name out there. But Quantasia, along with
the same lawyer that Black China had, right?
the same lawyer that
Yeah,
a lot of
these
people
motherfuckers
had.
get.
Like remember that underage girl that was accusing Tiger of jumping in her DMs,
Okay.
and ended up being bullshit. Like they released the DMs. There was nothing inappropriate about it. She's representing Quantasia Sharpton.
No relation to Al.
Well, you never know. But I don't think so.
Although she do look like they might have sucked the fat out of Al and put it into her, but that's a whole nother.
They sucked the fat out of Al and put it into Quantasia.
Al was a big motherfucker now.
He was. Back in the day.
Big motherfucker, hell yeah.
Right, when he got stabbed back in the day.
Before
he
he was in the mirror like this here, taking selfies, that motherfucker.
Well, back when he had the
was
perm.
big. Yeah, well, he still got a perm.
Does he still have a perm?
Yeah, he'll always have a perm. He ain't never gonna let that go.
Well, he had the big perm before.
Yeah.
He had the James Brown.
And now it's a more
Yeah.
politician perm.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he had the down to his shoulders back in the day.
But that's the homie. Like,
Yeah.
I be seeing Al sometimes around at certain functions. He's cool.
We're actually supposed to interview him. We've been kind of going back and forth with his people for a while now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hopefully it'll happen at some point.
He's a good guy.
So Quantasia accused Usher of exposing her herpes, even though she says she doesn't actually have herpes.
Oh. See, I don't know the details. So you want to get paid for the chance that you could have got herpes.
Mm-hmm.
See, I thought she had it.
Nope. She's saying she doesn't have herpes. But she was exposed to herpes, which is a crime in California.
So then this could be a class action suit. Anybody that Usher has come in contact with sexually can technically join on to this lawsuit because they've been exposed. If first of all,
if he
I don't
has,
know, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Who said he even has it?
Well, apparently in this new thing that's come out, he doesn't even have it and he's suing everybody.
Well, there you go. So why are we talking about this?
But like 70% of the population has herpes of some sort.
Yeah, but not genital herpes. Like a cold sore is technically herpes.
Right.
Okay? I think they were talking of the genital variety.
Isn't it kind of the same?
No.
No?
Because a cold sore is some other shit.
So, there are 3.7 billion people, or 67% of the population that has some form of herpes.
Okay. Now, what's the percentage
2/3
that has genital herpes? Because that's what I believe we're talking about here. I mean, you could kiss somebody and give them the weak strain. There's different simplexes
That's
of
what
herpes.
I'm saying. I don't think they break it down like that.
Well,
But I think what it is, I think it's the same
because
simplex.
there's herpes simplex A, herpes simplex B.
Okay.
You ever heard these things before? These terms?
I have. I just don't know what the
Okay.
difference is.
So
Okay.
there's degrees to everything.
Okay.
is
Well,
what I'm
anyways, but can you pass like mouth herpes to the genitals?
saying. I don't know.
Like if a girl gives you head and her face is all like herped
Maybe.
out, do you then get?
Maybe.
This is what I'm saying.
Maybe.
So essentially, 2/3 of people could be sued just like Usher
Right.
for the same
If they were
thing.
proven to have it, I guess.
If they were proven to have it, she may have it.
Right.
And number one, how the hell do you even? Well, but you don't have it, so you can't even say you got it from him because you don't have it. But then the other people, let's say they do have it, how do they prove they got it from
how
him?
they pinpointing him
as opposed to maybe you had it before,
Right.
And it just,
manifested
because
later, right.
that's what happens with herpes, right?
Right. It's almost like, well, I had a herpes test the day before. I fucked them, and so that's how I know I was good. That's the only way. Like,
And then once it came out, and she's a fairly big girl, like
I saw the memes.
the memes was going
Did you
crazy.
see Casanova 2 times 1?
Real talk, hold on. Stop.
stop and don't let this go over your head. Please. I know my son might have burned some bitches, my nigga. My son Usher might have did that. He said let it burn. But not no motherfucking man. Tell me when. How? Don't do that. He ain't get a brumps to no man. Y'all not gonna do that. Y'all not gonna violate his character, my nigga. For real, son. Y'all getting me tight now with this Instagram and this internet shit, man. You gonna really make me hurt somebody, my nigga. I'm not going out like that. My man ain't get no man to brumps, son. For real, son.
Yo, that shit was mad funny.
I guess the dude was saying it was maybe a threesome or something.
So it wasn't no fag contact. They ran a train on the broad or something and he got it? Is that what he's saying?
I mean, I think that's what they were
You
saying.
see? But then you see the way people are delivering the shit
Right.
without giving all the details to the shit?
Right, because the
They're
first
like,
time you
oh, it's two guys and a girl. I mean, two girls and a guy. So that automatically makes you...
Two guys and a girl.
No, it was two girls and one guy is what I thought.
Well, it was two guys, right? Because the guy is making the lawsuit.
Let's back up. It was two girls that accused Usher.
There's 3 girls total. No, wait. There's 3 girls total. There was the one that he allegedly settled with. Okay. Then there was 2 other girls and a guy.
And then one guy. That's what I'm saying about the 2 girls and a guy.
One of the girls being Quantasia.
Right. So as people are going on, yo, you heard Usher, 2 girls and 1 guy, especially in the climate that we live in right now, when you automatically hear that Usher might have gave a guy some herpes, you're thinking it came from homosexual contact with this man.
Yep.
But, you know what I mean? Running a train on a broad is not a homosexual act. They might not have
Yeah.
And who said Usher went first? You know what I mean?
He had the sloppy seconds?
I don't know what the fuck happened, man. He probably did go first. Because he's Usher.
Y'all gonna have to fuck after me.
Yeah. I'm saying y'all can fuck her, but I'm fucking her first. That's all I'm saying. Listen, man. Motherfuckers is shady. Like, people like to mislead you. See, false knowledge is just as bad is worse than ignorance sometimes. Like, when you try to mislead people into some shit, this internet is good for that type of shit too. See, this story is changed by the second from you just telling it to me just now.
Yeah.
Because this is my first time hearing anything. Like, everybody that ever told me this shit so far, it's not like I'm out researching this shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. But anybody that's told me this story made it sound like Usher was fucking with a dude. You know what I mean? And either they knew that was the case and just omitted it, or they didn't know. But somebody knew and omitted it. You see, that's why it kept proliferating like that. That's why be careful of the shit that you repeat out here, people.
Yeah, man. Well, Usher going through it right now. And, apparently there's some more news today that claims that someone that worked at the Days Inn saw Usher there with Quantasia. My thing is...
So what?
Well, here's the thing. Okay?
Usher can like BBW.
Right, and that's fine. He could absolutely like BBWs. Right, and lots of dudes is into BBWs. It's all good. For anyone that knows, the Days Inn is like a 1 or 2 star hotel.
Of course. Why would Usher be at the Days Inn?
Why would Usher be at the
Unless
Days Inn?
he's trying to psych you out. You see? I'm going to go to the Days Inn because nobody would think I'd ever be at the Days Inn.
You walk into a damn Days Inn and everyone's going to be taking pictures of you.
I'm just saying, maybe he had his hoodie on or something like that.
Man, let me tell you.
He left the raccoon hat at home, maybe. You see what I'm saying?
Let me tell you. If you're Usher, if you're at the level of Usher and you try to fuck someone, on the side like that, you're going to get like a nice hotel room, where they have, they deal with.
Right. Yeah, they're all about
privacy.
Yes. Exclusivity.
Because you got the money. You're not trying to save a couple $100 on the room. Like, oh, well, shit, this Days Inn's only $100. This other place like $700. So, shit.
And you might want to pay that extra bread to reinforce the bed, you know what I mean? Just to make sure, you know what I mean?
It holds up.
Yeah.
Because the days in bed, I don't know if it can take that type of weight.
Exactly. You might end up, you in 201, you might end up in 101 downstairs. Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. We didn't intend on a foursome. See, that's how it happened. He was fucking Quantasia. They fell through the room. Homie was downstairs, and they said, well, we might as well just run a train on him.
I'm suing too.
When they came through the roof, he was fucking her, and then when they got out, I fucked her, and then...
There you go. We're all suing.
Yeah. Even though we're not sure if anybody has herpes.
And everybody's suing
in
that
this
shit.
fucking story. Oh, gosh.
That's crazy, man. So, recently, this rapper named Young Mozzie got killed. Mm-hmm. You heard about this?
I know his name. I don't know if I heard.
He's associated with Kevin Gates. He's part of BWA, which is Kevin Gates' thing. Mm-hmm. He was killed, I guess, outside a pizzeria or something, shot dead in his car. Before this happened, he had done some interviews.
Is this the same Mozzie that had some, like, cat stacks or something back in the days? Slapped her in a gas station or some shit like that?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Because that's the first time I heard a Mozzie name.
Hold on.
Maybe it's him, maybe not. I don't know. But it was something with...
That's one of these names.
Remember when Cat Stacks was popular? Remember that?
Oh, of course.
She was like the first Cardi B or something, but didn't do what Cardi B did.
Wait a minute. I think it is.
You see?
I didn't even know that.
I just remember that name.
Oh, this is the same dude that was pimping Cat Stacks.
I guess so.
Right, because he had gotten into a bunch of shit. He had been shot like 10 times. He just got shot recently at a Waffle House a few months ago. When he got killed, a lot of times everyone's like, oh, we love this guy. He was the best ever. He had so much potential. Oh, such a loss. People treated his death a little bit differently. And this dude named Trouble, this kind of buzzing rapper in Atlanta, was like...
This is what I'm thinking, man. All the love y'all be showing motherfuckers when they get spent. If you kept it real with them folk while they were here about certain sucker shit, you probably could have saved them folk from getting their top blown. It just be too much motherfucking fake love out here, man. And wait on you to die.
It's like, this is the approach people are taking with Young Mozzie's death. Because I think people that knew him and dealt with him were like, yeah, this dude seemed like he was doing
off the rails, and nobody tried to put him back on the rails.
Right. I mean, look at all those shootings. You're talking about he talked about getting shot 10 times before he got shot last time. So this is like 12, 13 times he's gotten shot. Like, people are shooting
it's
at
not
you.
10 times in one sitting. You're saying
it seems like multiple. Times. It seems like multiple sitting, situations he's been shot. He's doing shit to make people want to risk their own safety and shoot at him.
And you continue to move in a way that people constantly want to kill you.
Yeah. And it's like, and what Trouble was saying was that y'all ain't talking to the person and telling him to stop doing the shit that's going to end up getting him killed. Mm-hmm. But y'all want to talk about, that was my homie. Like, but you let him keep doing that shit. So it's interesting.
Which makes you partially responsible.
Yeah. I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, you gotta at least give somebody caution. You know what I mean? Like, if you just sit back, like if you know somebody's gonna commit suicide, right? You know this. And you don't do anything to stop them, isn't their death kind of on your hands too, in a way? Like, can't you go to jail for some shit like that?
Yeah, in fact, there was a girl, it was like this, like some white girl who had a boyfriend who was suicidal.
Right, and she said, kill yourself.
Yeah, and he killed himself.
Right, and now they trying to fucking...
She got sentenced.
You see?
Yeah.
You see?
She got sentenced. She got,
It's the same thing.
2.5 years. Which is not a huge amount of time.
But it's just saying... You have culpability in this too, and you're going to, listen, it's not like you pushed them or made them, but God damn it, you're gonna know that you are partially responsible for this, and you need to take responsibility.
And your life
for
is
it.
going to be altered now.
Right.
You know, you're an 18-year-old, white girl who's probably never been even seen a prison, and now you're thrown in with the killers and the lesbian, the aggressive lesbians and everything else like that, and you're gonna be in there for 2.5 years. You're gonna come out a different person.
Oh yeah, be slapping pocketbooks, all of that.
Slapping pocketbooks? I never heard that.
You never heard that?
That's a new one.
That's
for
all
me.
they can do is slap pocketbooks. I mean,
yeah, man. Yeah, you're out here doing bullshit. The bullshit will catch up to you.
yeah. I mean, that's real. Like, I don't know nothing about the young man, and I'm not here to talk shit about him or nothing like that. I don't even know nothing about him. But I know people like that. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing.
I've known people like that.
When he got shot in December of last year, he tweeted out, "God made me bulletproof." So it's like he's taunting the people who did it to try it again.
Mm-hmm. Well,
the thing about a lot of this beef, man, is that once you stop feeding into it, and once you actively stop, continuing it, you'll be surprised how often people will stop as well. You know what I mean? Taking being the bigger man, apologizing for some shit, even if you don't completely mean it, like, okay, you know something? I don't completely feel I need to apologize, but for the greater sake of the big picture, I'm just going to apologize and try to diffuse the situation. People don't do that nearly enough.
yeah, or not escalating something bigger than it really has to be. I actually did something recently. I'll tell you about it later, but I just recently was the bigger man and didn't make something escalate to where it could have got crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we too old to do crazy still. You know what I'm saying? We've gotten this far. I know there was a number of times in my life where that could have been the end of me. Certain decisions I could have made along the way that I could have gotten killed in the process.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be smart to get to our age.
Right.
You could say it's natural selection to a certain degree.
Yeah, but it's definitely a maneuvering. You know what I mean?
But what I'm saying is that the mentality that certain people have allowed them to live longer.
Right.
People who are born
that
reckless.
Mentality made you maneuver a certain way.
Yeah.
When you're born reckless, you're moving another kind of way that's not going to allow you to last.
Yeah. Like the dudes from, Jackass, Steve-O and them, like, you don't necessarily want those guys to reproduce a lot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just to be dead honest. I seen this dude recently jump off of a moving truck off a damn bridge and like almost hit the side of like the wall. Like he literally landed in the water right by the wall. Like it was really fucking crazy.
For what?
So how much of that's passed on to the offspring? Like, okay, either through genetically or just through learned behavior. Hey, my dad does dumb shit. Mm-hmm. I should do dumb shit.
But definitely through genetics, like DNA is a lot deeper than we even know it to be.
I agree. So recently Kendrick did an interview and he said that rappers who have ghostwriters absolutely can't be considered the greatest of all time.
Correct.
He's talking about Drake.
Okay, well, he's correct.
So there is no doubt in your mind about that.
No doubt in my mind. There's nothing to talk about.
Okay.
We're talking hip hop here. We're not just talking entertainment. We're talking hip hop. There's certain rules. This is how I got on the fucking Vlad couch, talking about the rules of hip hop.
Ice Cube has had ghostwriters.
Okay.
Ice Cube has had people in the studio write with him and so forth. You know,
when? Now or back then?
Back then, maybe not.
He was the writer of NWA shit, from what I understand.
100%. But later on, as he started his solo career and everything else like that, he had other, West Coast artists in the studio writing certain things and stuff like that. I've heard LL Cool J has had people write stuff for him later on in his career.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Dre definitely has had writers since day one. Eazy's had writers since day one. Although neither one of them are considered the greatest of all time. As
all
rappers,
the people that you've named aren't necessarily considered the greatest rappers. Although I love Ice Cube. His name never comes up as one of the most lyrical rappers, although he was one of my favorite when he first came out.
I mean, I would put Ice Cube as one of my favorites. I would put him in my top 5. Right. Like and for me, I kind of have, with me, I sort of will have more of a focus. Every rapper has a body of work, but very few rappers consistently have a body of work. You know what I mean? Like Jay-Z being one of the weird exceptions. You see what I'm saying? But like Tupac's first album wasn't that great. He kind of got better over time. And of course, people gonna murder me over this, and that's fine. But like, Redman at his height was incredible. Like those first 3 albums, I thought were just incredible. His later stuff, I didn't like as much, but I would still put him in a top list just because of how good those first 3 albums are.
And Redman has never had anybody write for him.
True. Rakim, never. Jay, never. Nas, never. Biggie, never. Pac, never.
Grand Poobah, never. Sadat, never. Me, never. A whole bunch of rappers I know, never.
Drake has.
Right. So what's the point here? I told you already. Like you know what I mean? I told you what it is. I enjoy Drake as an entertainer. Don't think I don't like Drake. Because shit, I probably like him more than the last time we've ever spoke about him. Like I think he's gotten a little less tender than the last time we spoke about him. But I'm just saying Drake is a hell of an entertainer. But Kendrick said you cannot consider yourself the greatest of all time as a rapper if you don't write your shit. Now see, and here's another thing. A lot of people that you said, like LL Cool J later in his career had people writing for him. This motherfucker's in his prime got people writing for him. What's that all about?
Well, what Kendrick said, he said a whack artist uses other people's music for their approval. We're talking about someone that is scared to make their own voice, chase someone else's success and their thing, but runs away from their own thing. That's what keeps the game watered down.
Okay. I agree. He's not saying nothing wrong.
LL Cool J was a beast when he first came out. And later on, the acting thing started to really take off, and that became his main focus.
Well, I'm going to keep it real. I loved LL when he came in, but he used to, make me happy and then disappoint me. Make me happy and disappoint me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I Need a Beat came out, I was like, this is fucking bananas. The remix, everything. But when Going Back to Cali came out,
I love that song.
Yeah, now you might love it. But at that time when that came out,
I liked it when it came out.
That was some bullshit. Oh, fuck. Hell no. That was some weirdo shit. I accepted it because I understood, okay, this guy's trying to cross over.
It wasn't traditional hip hop by any means.
He's trying to cross over. He's trying to get the white people. I get it. He wants to be out there getting that Hollywood money. But for me, type of music that I like and the people that we wasn't playing no fucking Going Back to Cali. That shit was whack.
So
now though, I kind of like it.
So I'm the type of guy when that came out, you thought it was whack?
I'm the type of guy. Yeah, I didn't really like that one either.
Right.
I'm that type of guy. I like doing it and doing it and doing it well. You know what I mean? Or the
What about I Need
her
Love?
name was Tina, and I'm a ballerina. Tina got a big old butt.
No, I told you I'd be true.
Come on, man.
What about I Need Love?
That was the shit. That was dope.
Okay.
You know why? Because no one had did nothing like. There was no tender shit up until that time.
Yeah.
And he made it dope. You know, and we were still young at the time, and I didn't really like slow jam, so I said, this nigga gave me some shit I could play for the broads, and I could still like it. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I used to fuck to hip hop. Like, I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't listen to all this R&B. I didn't get into R&B really till like Guy. That was my first R&B album that I really, really fucked with.
Yeah, Guy was dope. I mean, Teddy
I
Riley.
liked New Edition, but not the way all my friends did at the time. It's like, yeah, they cool.
Well,
I'm trying to be Jackson 5. That's what I thought at first. Like,
right, because Guy was New Jack Swing, which was R&B and hip hop.
yeah, it was
Had really more of a hip hop
it just
flavor to it.
resonated with me.
Yeah,
Like,
New Edition was traditional R&B. I'll be honest, I didn't buy any New Edition or solo albums except for Belle Biv DeVoe. That was the first one that I bought.
that was
and that was very hip hop. I thought.
yes, that was hard.
You know what I'm saying? Poison and the whole thing.
That shit.
Yeah, that shit was hard. But every other, I'm talking about like any Heartbreak, all that shit.
Because, you know, Ralph Tresvant and that high, I
Yeah.
never really liked these falsetto singers, like the ones that, see, because some of them I do, like I love Curtis Mayfield, his type of falsetto. But
Isaac Hayes. Well, no, he's not falsetto.
Marvin got falsetto.
Marvin
Like,
got
but
falsetto.
you got these falsettos that sound almost like women. You know what I mean?
Well,
like
Michael Jackson.
That's what I'm saying. Or remember like Ready to the World, niggas like
Yeah.
that. Like they just sing too high and a little girly for me. Like I like, you know, Teddy Pendergrass, a man, you know. And so when Aaron Hall came out, oh, you know, I was like, yeah, I can fuck with that right there. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man, but Ghostwriters, yeah, I mean, when you name a lot of them, I mean, you throw in KRS-One, you put in...
KRS ain't had no ghostwriters.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No Ghostwriters.
Right.
These guys...
So now let's talk about, that's what I'm saying. Put them on the list. Nas ain't had no damn ghostwriter.
Eminem, no Ghostwriters.
All right.
He definitely writes.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Dope.
Yeah.
So if
It
we
doesn't
want to
really-
talk about a conversation for certain people, you know.
I mean, Michael Jackson had ghostwriters.
Well, of most singers.
Yeah,
have
so that's what I'm
writers.
saying. So, but you could consider Michael Jackson the greatest of all time in his genre, but not...
We're not talking about hip hop.
We're
Hip
not
hop
talking
had
about hip-hop.
different rules.
Yeah.
Just like when I held the book up, you see? There was a rule. There's unspoken rules out here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And hip hop is something that comes from black culture. So in this culture, one of the unspoken rules is you want to be that motherfucker, there's certain criteria that you have to fill. If you want to wear this crown, this hip hop crown, is different than the R&B crown, different than an opera crown, different than a country. In the hip hop crown, the criteria of wearing it is got to write your own shit. You know what I mean? You can't be biting. You got to be original. You know, just got to be dope, man. You know, like
Yeah, I mean, and Drake
there's a lot
is,
of shit.
But Drake is as much an R&B singer as he is a rapper.
Right.
It really, like, I think he even said in one of his rhymes, like, you know, I'm a singer that just happened to...
You just got
to
bodied
rap.
by a singing nigga is what he said.
Right.
Okay, so shit, you couldn't put no more plain than that.
Right.
So
There you go.
yeah, so
Yeah, I don't think he's tripping.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's tripping, but I also don't know if Kendrick's only talking about him. Like, let's keep it real. Yeezy's known for exactly what he was talking about.
Right, and for some reason,
Yeezy gets with these upcoming rappers,
Right.
has them write for him, sucks their style of music up for his new shit, And then, that's how your boy Travis Scott got in the game, from what I hear.
Chance.
Yeah.
Chance was on his last album a lot.
You see what I'm saying?
Writing, in the writing credits.
Right.
Yeah, but no one seems to give Kanye a hard time for that, it seems. Like, not like Drake.
Because I don't think they look at him more as a producer who raps kind of almost more than a rapper. I think they see him as more of an entertainer. Nobody's thinking of Kanye when they talk about nice rappers. Nobody's bringing his name up.
A lot of people are bringing his name
up. Get the fuck out.
A lot of people. Kanye's.
Nobody that I know has ever said, yo, Kanye is nice with the pen.
A lot of people.
Nobody.
A lot of people.
Nobody.
When you look at
top
10 lists.
Nobody.
When Kanye does verses on other people's shit, he usually bodies that song.
Does he write them? Is he writing
Not
it?
sure.
That's what I'm saying. So what the fuck are you talking about?
So I'm not sure. But what I'm saying is that when Kanye drops a verse,
he says it good.
Yeah,
he makes it sound good.
Almost always
but
a hot
no
verse.
one's saying that Kanye is a top lyricist. Nobody. I've never heard that before. I don't know what circles you run in, out in Calabasas or wherever the fuck you at, but trust me, around these here parts, no one's bringing up his fucking name. They'll bring up his name as one of the dopest producers. We could talk about him and Pharrell and Dre, Premier. We'll bring him up in that conversation. But as far as being an ill lyricist, absolutely not.
I would say that Kanye is going to go down as one of the top rappers.
All right.
Rappers.
Entertainer.
Rappers.
Rapper entertainer.
Well,
and if he does go down, that's not by our criteria, is what I'm telling you. It's going to be by white people's criteria.
Okay.
Mainstream criteria.
All right. Like I said, I look forward to Kanye verses.
I don't.
Never?
It's not like I don't look for them or hate on them. You see what I'm saying? Like, I do expect him to come with something good.
Right, because for example...
He's going to have something catchy in his verse most of the time. But I don't say, oh shit, Kanye just dropped some shit. Yo, let me listen to this shit. I know he's going to say some crazy shit. You see, certain people you feel like that about. The real lyricist, if Nas dropped, all right, let me see what the God is going to say right now, because I know he's going to say something crazy.
Let me tell you something.
Homie never made you feel like that.
Kanye killed Schoolboy Q on That Way, on Q's song.
What?
He said, wifey gonna kill me, she the female OJ. That shit was tough. Because it ties into the whole thing of her family and shit like that.
It was funny.
It was
funny. It was witty. Yes.
But isn't that what a lot of hip hop is
about?
Kill
Schoolboy Q. Are you crazy?
He killed Schoolboy Q.
That part?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, he comes in at the end of the song. Well, you wouldn't even got to Kanye.
He does the second verse.
If we didn't rock
the song.
See, this is what I'm saying. This is where sensibilities go astray. Because any real motherfucker's gonna listen to Schoolboy Q. What? I don't remember all his verse. On the pipe. Just his whole way he say his shit. Come on, get out of here, man.
I'm telling you.
Get out of here,
Kanye killed Schoolboy Q on his own song.
I disagree with that. When I think of that part, I don't even really think about... I think about the part when Kanye's yelling at the end. Okay.
Yeah,
but when I think about the actual song, I only think about Schoolboy Q's shit. That part, all my bitches flavor. That part, I just think about his voice, the way his voice sounds on the shit. He the one that pulls me in on the track.
Let me tell you something. For example, a lot of people disagree with me on this one too.
Because you got a lot of shit to disagree with, Vlad. You be fucking up sometimes on your musical shit. Like, how'd you get this far as a DJ?
Yo, man, someone recently tweeted me and said, like, I'm going to hate Vlad forever for putting J. Cole over Black Thought. And I'm like, yeah, I stand behind that. I think J. Cole is a better lyricist than Black Thought.
I think sometimes you use the wrong words. That's the problem.
That's the problem?
That's the problem. J. Cole might make better songs than Black Thought.
Mm-hmm.
you didn't mean to say lyricist. You meant to say songs. Okay? Trust me. That's what you meant. Because lyrically, lyric for lyric, Black Thought will destroy J. Cole. Destroy him. But I think J. Cole makes bigger records, more catchy, and solo artist for solo artist, he probably has the bigger, better, you know what I mean? Like, he's the, but that doesn't make you a better lyricist. You see, you're confusing certain things. They don't,
a lyricist,
not the same thing.
I mean, a lyricist puts words together, right? He's supposed to say some
in
shit.
a masterful way.
In a masterful way, it makes you look at it and say, wow, I never would have thought to say some shit like that. That shit is amazing.
And that's the type of shit that Black Thought does. J. Cole makes dope songs.
I think some
he
of the shit...
says dope shit, but he doesn't say shit that is like, oh, wow. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's dope.
He's dope.
But you're comparing him to Black Thought. Again.
We
had this fucking conversation.
You know,
I told you. And you got roasted for that. Like,
that's cool.
Come on.
Roast away. Me and Black Thought had a conversation about it afterwards.
Because
we talked about it.
Because you were wrong, and hopefully you apologized to
I
the
did
young,
not, I did not apologize.
Because, you know, you should not.
I did not apologize. And I told him how much I respect him with the Roots. I just feel like, you know.
Okay. Well.
Anyways.
Lad, you've been known to
you know,
be wrong.
and like, for example, like on that song, Seen It All, with Young Jeezy and Jay-Z, I thought that Young Jeezy, you know, took that song from Jay-Z. One of the few times that I've seen Jay-Z on a song and the other artists really took it.
I don't remember that song. I'm not gonna.
I Seen It All, yeah. That's Jeezy just came harder on that song. You know, I feel like.
But so if he came hard on that song, do you really think that makes him the better lyricist? Do you think Jeezy's a better lyricist than Jay-Z?
On that song?
No.
On that song?
No, he just had a verse that you liked more. That's all.
Verse that I liked
you see what I'm saying? Get your vocabulary is very important, Vlad. Seriously, vocabulary is very important because one word can fuck up the whole meaning of a thought. And I'm telling you, I know what you're trying to say, but you're not saying it correctly, and that's where you're getting yourself into trouble.
Hey, man, I'm fine with the trouble. Bring the trouble on. Yeah. Bring it on.
Trouble blinks clicks.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
So, recently, Boosie said he's getting his 14-year-old son some head for his birthday. Happy G-Day. Tootie Raw, that's his son's name. Love you, son, with all my heart. Pops, see you tomorrow. From Pops, see you tomorrow. Got a bag for you and a bad bitch to give you some head. You already know how I do it. Tootie Raw, the mixtape dropping October 1st.
See, it's funny because when I hear things, I think certain shit sticks out to me that doesn't stick out to other people. Like, everybody is so worried about that he said he was going to get his son some head, right? You know what sticks out to me in that whole thing? His son's nickname is Tootie Raw. Like, Tootie is like a slang for sniffing.
Oh, really?
Tootie Raw.
Okay.
Like, it's like sniffing coke is his nickname. Like, that's an ill nickname for a 14-year-old kid. You see? But that goes over a lot of people's heads. You were just saying Tootie Raw like it was nothing. Like it was just some hood shit. And it is.
Well, where he's from, it may mean something completely different.
I don't think so.
You think he's calling his son's nickname is nicknamed after cocaine?
He's saying his son's so raw like coke. Man, you like that Tootie Raw. That sound like some real down south shit. You understand? My son's so ill, he's so pure, nigga, I had to call him Tootie Raw. Yeah, that sound like the psychology.
I mean, with someone like a Boosie, maybe.
You see what I'm saying? That's baby heron, or I don't know. There's all kind of slang names out there. I'm just saying, like, that stands out to me.
Well, look.
That stands out to me.
Number one, I'm sure that you're going to be a little more popular in your school being Boosie's son. I'm sure you might
Yeah.
get some spillover pussy off of just that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Is his son fucking at 14?
Maybe.
He's probably trying to.
Mm-hmm.
Is 14 too young?
Not necessarily. I mean, it is, but I can't say it is because, that's around when I started, about 14, 15.
Yeah.
I know kids that was fucking since they was 12.
Yeah, I think I knew one or two.
Mm-hmm. But would I fucking, would I want that for my children? No.
Did your son ever talk to you about sex?
Yeah.
Was that uncomfortable?
Not really, because, it would be more uncomfortable talking to my daughter.
Yeah.
And
That's where mommy comes in.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you a question. When your son was in high school, how much of it, did you hear sort of having his dad be Lord Jamar from Brand New being kind of affect him as a teenager? Because you had your son fairly young, right?
I was like 24 when I had him.
24. Okay, not that young. Okay, so 24.
I mean, I know it didn't affect him the way it could affect certain other people. You know what I mean?
Right,
like
well,
he went to a kind of school that not everybody would even know who the fuck I was at this school.
Right.
You
He
understand
wasn't Blue Ivy.
Huh?
He was like a Blue
Ivy. Exactly. Like, you ain't got that type of shit to worry about.
Yeah.
But I mean, it still affected him in a way, though. Good and bad. I think. You know what I mean? Because the child's always gonna feel like they're in whoever their famous parent is. They're in that shadow in a way, and now they gotta make a way for themselves in the world, and and now here's this parent trying to maybe teach them something, but I want to do it my own self, and I don't know. He took a lot of bumps and bruises trying to, not follow the path. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And now that he's around the age that when I had him, now he's starting to see. You know what I mean?
Did he ever want to be a rapper?
Yeah, he wants to rap right now.
Oh, okay.
And he's actually pretty nice. But the thing that I see about these younger generation is that they don't have the same drive that we used to have. I'm like, you say you want to do something, do it. I got a full studio in my crib. You think this guy come to the crib and record?
Nope.
I used to fucking beg, borrow, and steal to fucking put together my equipment to fucking DJ. I borrow mixer from this guy, turntable from this one, records. Now I got a whole set to do what I said I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And nobody had to tell me to do it.
Well, yeah, I mean, shit ain't for everybody. A lot of shit just sounds good to say it. Oh yeah, I'm a rapper, I'm a producer, I'm a promoter, I'm a this, I'm a that,
What I'm saying is it's not just him. I see it in this generation. Like they might really want to do some shit, but they're not used to the true grind of getting up and really applying yourself to what you say you want to do.
Well, I think a lot of it is the process, right? It's like, okay, back in the day when you were starting to do music, if you wanted to record a song,
you had to leave the crib.
You had to leave your house, spend some money.
Right.
When you're there, the clock is ticking, and you don't have a lot of money at the time, so you gotta that hour, 2-3 hours in the studio.
Yes, forces you.
You have to be completely focused, or else you just lost all that money and have nothing to show for it. So there's a preparation, and both mental and actual physical work involved in preparing for this actual act. Whereas, shit, you could record a song. You hear artists that are out today with songs on the radio that they just did on their laptop. So it's like, well, I could literally just roll over and just press a couple buttons and record a song, and
So do that then. You see what I'm saying? Like, do that.
Well, and the people who really are supposed to do it, they do that. And the people who it sounds good on paper.
I'm just saying, like, some people are and see, you got talented people, and then you got people who drive. And then you got talented people who drive.
Yeah.
They don't always come together.
Absolutely not.
And a lot more times, it's the people with drive who end up being more successful than the talented people. Because the talented people naively feel like their talent should just propel them to wherever the fuck they need to go. Meanwhile, you got some less talented people over here working hella hard to get where the fuck they need to be. And that hard work actually helps them to jump over these so-called talented motherfuckers. Because my son is talented. This motherfucker could write some shit. But it's like I shouldn't have to hound you to record some shit. You don't have to come over, go somewhere else and do it. But do it. And do it consistently. Remember he said he wanted to be a tattoo artist one time. Bought him the guns and all of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I let him do these shits on my hands.
Oh, so those are your son's tattoos?
My sons did these. My son did these. You know what I mean? So it's like, but what's up? Now I got you the shit. I want to see you drawing every day, practicing. You know what I mean? Like, I need that kind of energy. And again, I've seen this in a lot of people from his generation. So it's not just him. You know what I mean? I've just seen it firsthand from him. But I talk to other people, you know what I mean? Their children, I see, you know what I mean? I watch other people, and it's like, wow, this whole generation is just kind of.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really say it's a whole generation because there continues to be good music that gets put out and so forth. But I think a lot of it is like,
it's not even just music, bro.
Just anything. Yeah.
I'm talking about, yes, you say you want to do something, do it.
See, like the thing is like, for someone who is trying to do some shit that's completely out of the music industry, like, okay, like, where do I start? Like, they go to 20 events and they finally meet someone who produced a song on some, on Young Thug's album, 3 albums ago. And it's like a big deal and so forth. So they appreciate that and they work for it. And it's the work required for it. In the case of your son, well, he knows that, I got my dad. He knows everybody. He's got a studio at his house. It's like you don't have to work to get to step one already. So you kind of assume the step one is already there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's fully that either. Because I can't explain.
I mean, look at, for example, Tom Hanks' son. Tom Hanks' son could be the next great director, could be the next great actor. He has one of the greatest actors as his father. And I think his mom's an actress too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you have two
qualified,
A-list actors. And let me tell you something. We booked Tom Hanks' son.
Yeah, you told me this before.
Chet Hanks for an interview. Out of all the interviews we've ever booked in our entire 10-year career, people have not made interviews. But there's usually a reason for it. There's usually I'm sorry.
Right.
This happened. I fucked up. I
Not
overslept.
Him, he just fucked it off, like whatever.
He said, yeah, I'm not going to make it. Without let's reschedule. No, I'm just not going to make it. Mm-hmm. Sorry. And we confirmed with him like 2 hours before. Like, yeah, I'm going to be there. But then when it was about to happen, no, I'm not going to make it. It's like, okay, now listen. Not only have we paid for a studio, because this was in L.A., but we paid for a cameraman, which is, because it's not New York, which is where my permanent staff is, where if you don't show up, it's not quite as annoying or expensive. But he was like, yeah, sorry, I ain't going to make it. This level of fuck up I haven't seen before. And this is someone who could be phenomenal and has all the tools to make him phenomenal. Like, for example, I just interviewed Damian Marley. A lot of the reggae artists, they jump on rhythms, right? whoever the hot producer is at the time, they'll come out with a beat, and 20 artists will jump on it. If Beanie Man has the hottest song, that becomes the big song and so forth. But you never really did that. Or
Not
did
too
you?
much, no.
Was there a reason for it?
Well, kind of again, just my environment, having, Steve as my producer when I was doing my first albums, and still produces tracks for me up to now. Just I guess the culture of how my family was moving at the time, melody makers would always have a very high level of production in that kind of case and produce a lot of their own music. So we did a lot of our production in-house in that kind of way, as opposed to looking for outside producers. And I think at the time too, Steve did really want to try to put together some music that would have some form of crossover potential. You know what I mean? So it kind of had a bit of a hip-hop funk to it, and you know what I mean? Even on my first album, we did a lot of my father's hooks because, we're very early in the stage of developing myself as a writer and such forth on my first record, And now we just kind of came up in that culture, and it has worked for us, and we're kind of expected to present our music that way.
Damian Marley is a perfect example of someone that was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and this is something he admitted. He admits himself. He grew up uptown. He didn't grow up in the hood. He didn't grow up in the ghetto. He was a rich kid, right? He was the youngest. By that, he was 2 years old when his dad died, and by that time, and so forth. And he has 3 Grammys. The first reggae artist to actually win 2 Grammys in one night in 2 different categories. Bob Marley would have won it, but there was no reggae Grammys back then. You know what I mean? And he's got hit records. That album with Nas is incredible. You know what I mean? Welcome to Jamrock. Like that song with Skrillex. Like he's got dope shit.
That's him on the Jay-Z joint, right?
That's him on the Jay-Z joint. That's what I'm saying.
Bang! Gangsta not live in a tenement yard.
That's a Jacob Miller song.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know about it. And actually, what's funny is in my interview with Damian,
Jay had the hook already. He knew what he wanted for the hook.
So did someone already sing it?
Him. So I went into the studio, and his voice was the voice that was basically the demo for what he wanted me.
So he's singing Jacob Miller.
Yeah.
How did it sound?
I didn't even realize it was him. I was like, who is that? And he's like, it's me. I was like, really?
Right, because Jay-Z's not really a singer.
No, not really.
Yeah, man. This is an example of a kid that could have literally done nothing. Could have just lived off his dad's money and had a bunch of kids and, just fucked it all off.
All right, so what motivated him?
What motivated him? I think he just loved the music that much. And he's a Rasta. I think he really got into the culture. He said after high school, he started growing his dreads out. His hair good.
Love motivated him. God motivated him. Yeah. That's what makes you move.
Yeah.
Not all this material bullshit and silver spoons don't make you do shit.
Yeah.
Love is the biggest motivator in the universe.